We're live. Hello. Welcome, welcome. Really being serious about those clickbait titles, aren't you? Says Aminox. Well, I will deliver. So it's well, it may be clickbait, but in the good way because we talk about it for real. Hello, Daniel. Good to have you here, and also everybody else who may be there. Let's hide this. Yes. All right. So let me quickly sign into the chat as well. 1 second. Okay. So I hope you had a great week. Mine was okay. And today we will talk, of course, as the title says, about getting up early, way too early. Maybe for a couple of years, which is what I did from beginning of 2018 until March or so last year. So a little bit longer than... Oh, did you start talking before going live? No, I didn't. But who knows? Maybe it was not transmitted properly or so. In any case, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me tonight. Because we talk about it. And yeah, Jimmy Changa is here, Daniel Panic is here, Aminox is here, John is here. Excellent. Okay, Jimmy Changa's image is a little bit fuzzy, maybe his computer. And oh, I'm not well in focus. That's maybe one thing. Now it should be better. Because we talk about it was how it started. Oh, I see. Because we talk about it, yes. So I said, Aminox says, really being serious about those clickbait titles, aren't you? And I said, well, we are talking about it. So maybe clickbait, but also deliver on the bait. So you won't be disappointed. And I hope they focus better now. I think I focused right here. And now, since I'm sitting upright, should be okay. Okay, excellent. Nice. Then we can start. I joined the company I work for currently in the beginning of 2018. And back then, the company had no flex time or anything. And it was just, we start at 7. We finish at 4. That's it. So 7 to 4 job, 1 hour break. So 8 hours of work and 1 hour break in total. And getting to work at 7 meant that I would get up at 5. Essentially, more or less 5. Leave the house at 6 something, 6:10 or so. Arrive at work at 7. And then repeat. Now, after 2 months, we introduced flex time, thankfully. So I didn't have to do that anymore. But I thought, okay, well, in these 2 months, I think I was late once or so for some reasons. And I didn't like it. Because, I mean late, like arrive at work not at 7, but 8 or 8:30 or something. And of course, being later means way more people. And rush hour in Tokyo is not nice. At least not in my eyes. So I decided I stay with 7 a.m. So starting at 7 a.m., getting up at 5. And that's what I continued doing. Pretty consistently for the 2 and a bit years until Corona started. And yeah, essentially you can do the math. If you want to sleep for 8 hours and get up at 5, then you need to go to bed at 9 p.m. And in the beginning it kind of worked, sometimes 10 more or less and so on, but then this more and more shifted. So one thing was I wanted to have, like, be at work at 7 before the rush hour, leave work at 4, also before the rush hour, come home at 5-ish, have time with my family. However, work gets busy, life gets busy at work, and then maybe you don't come home at 5, but at 6 or 7, if you work until 6. And then you don't go to bed at 9, because you only would have 2 hours then at home. but maybe at 10 or 11 or 12. And then if you only sleep for 5 hours or so, obviously that's not the greatest. I mean, you can you can do that, and I think many people do that here. But essentially, this was also the outcome for me. So as you know, so after a couple of years, then 2 years and a bit, I got sick, and thankfully Corona came. And I mean, thankfully for this one. And then what was I saying? I mean, it's totally getting me out of my concept. So yeah, so I Corona came, made me essentially not have to go to work and have this commute time for me and my sleep. That means right now, essentially, or when then Corona started slowly, I just slept until I woke up, or most likely my kids woke me up, and then just started working essentially like 10-15 minutes after. And with that, my 5 a.m. life stopped. Now, you see a lot of channels or videos like self-improvement channels and so on. They do like, I got up at 5 a.m. for 1 month, and it was fantastic. I could get so much more stuff done and so on. And of course, that's I mean, I don't know, of course, but I mean, here in Japan, the sun gets up in summer at like 4:30 or so in this area. So you can certainly get up. It's still cool outside. So you can go outside and actually do something without dying in the heat. And, you know, you can get stuff done. And then when the others get up, then you already have like 4 hours of work or so, if you work at the time. And then that's, of course, a thing. Of course, and I can understand where this comes from when you do this for a month. But then essentially, when you then start adapting your life to the others as well, who go to bed like at 11 or so, because they don't get up at 5, and then you get to have problems, and maybe not after 1 month, but certainly after a couple of years. And it's going to be dangerous even. And that's why I'm pretty happy that I don't do that anymore now. I mean, I do it if I have to, like, let's say I want to climb a mountain and I don't want to be there like at noon or something. Then I would get up at 5, of course. And I will also try to go to sleep at 9 or so. Like my kids sleep around this time, 9 p.m. So that would be perfect timing. Just go to bed with them. But generally, how my life is right now, and I usually want to do something after my kids are asleep, I don't get up at 5, and I don't want to. At least not every day. All right, that was the story. So now I delivered on the bait. So, all right. By the way, Aminox, I fixed maybe the animation. So I don't know actually, because I can try it. But I disposed the previous one, remade it. Maybe it works now, or it doesn't. I don't know, but at least I tried. So do you hear that? Do you hear outside? So there's a road. It's not so close, but then now it's like super loud motorbike gangs. I don't know, riding there, and it's annoying. If you have your windows open like I do. I don't know if you can hear it because it has a filter, and no voice filter. All right. Hint: more light equals higher f-stop equals deeper depth of field. Equals more in focus even if moving. No, we don't do that. We do cinematic here. We want the shallow depth of field. Yeah, probably I could even like get it like to, yeah, maybe it's a little bright, but now you can, you know, kind of okay in focus, perfectly in focus, and you see more of the background zone, but we don't do that. No. So this is for this f4. This was f4.0, and now we are back at 2. Want to sleep for 5 hours, says Aminox. Daniel says, need to get 8+ hours of sleep. Aminox goes to bed at 11 and gets up at 4:30 p.m. That's like 17 hours. That sounds quite comfortable, but maybe a little too much. Hi, Dani. Hey, good to have you here. Little late, but no problem. Just started 10 minutes ago. No problem at all. Yeah, this bad thing. I mean, I already essentially we just finished the whole story, the title story, so we can now go anywhere you want. This week I got a mail from, maybe you know, Lad Bible. You know them. They would like to use my latest video. They have like 11 million followers on Instagram or so, on YouTube, I don't know, maybe a million or something. And yeah, of course they want it for free. They say they will essentially mention me. But yeah, and then they sent like an agreement, like, do you agree to essentially give it us for forever, and we can do whatever we want with it, like cut it and something and so on. Of course they can't sell it and so on, but they, oh, somebody donated, and okay, well, it's better than before, but I actually deleted this banana. It was not expected. Thank you, Aminox. Appreciate. Okay. Oh no, that was not what I wanted, but let me quickly just go there and see what it looks like if I edit it. If this banana shows up as well. Wait a second. And I try at the same time to continue entertaining you. So we got this one from Lad Bible. And like, I was like, why would I do that? You don't pay. I don't do that. But I showed it to friends and they were way more enthusiastic than I am. Like, Lad Bible? Wow. Yeah. I mean, they're super big and so on. Like, okay. And I consider and so on. I talked with some people said, yeah, do it. I mean, what, you made the video already. What's there to lose? And others said like, yeah, $3,000, like $3,000, and it's fine. They make a lot of money with that. But yeah. All right. Banana's not gonna leave. I don't know why, because here I just see me. There's no banana here. But I mean, it's not, at least I can see the text. That's something. But I think I need to start using another editor or something, because this is simply not working. Use basic animations, use keyframes maybe. Yeah, I guess I have some more work to do, Aminox. And yeah, so this was one. So I thought about it. I messaged them, like, because they didn't even mention in the agreement that they would, what do you say? Mention me as the author. How do you call it? Quote also. So I answered them like, what's with that? And they just said there's a field where you can mention how you want to be attributed to. Yeah, and then I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't do that. And so that was the first one. Now let me catch up. Aminox says a little joke. Sneaky you. Boomer Yang is here. Hey, can I just thank you for going live every week? Yeah, obviously. Of course you can. Nobody is stopping you from doing that. Appreciate you being here. Subka Daddy says banana is not going to leave. Yeah, okay, I read that. Exactly. Aminox says don't give them your rights. They live off leeching others' content. At least not for free and not for everything. Forever. Credit you. Yeah. Even crediting, like, thank you. Crediting, yeah. Nah. And the other one, so tonight, I received an email from, what's that, Sakurako? They do like treats, essentially. Treat boxes, snacks. I don't know if they're good or not, but they asked me, essentially they want to send something and would like me to make a video about them. And then for every customer I sent to them, I would get $5. And of course, no. I mean, essentially my standard answer to something like this is, to no budget requests is, you can send it to me. If I like it, I may show it in my live stream or in a video. But yeah, that I don't guarantee anything, and certainly I don't promise a video or something for if somebody sends me like a pack of snacks for $10. I mean, not that I get like millions of views, right, to justify that, but just takes so much time to just put that in, and that doesn't make sense for me. Okay, so that's the two internals from this week. All right, Chimichanga says, definitely don't do that. You put all that hard work and editing. No way. I agree with Aminox. Yeah, another thing was, of course, like in their thing, they say like you guarantee that you have all the rights to it and so on, the licenses and so on, and I don't, because I purchase my music is from Artlist, which essentially allows them to, for me, I can use it, but they can't. So my channel essentially is fine, but anybody else is not. So, yeah. What? We can't send you any snacks? So sad. You can, of course you can. And I may just eat them, but maybe not in front of the camera. Or give them to somebody. And yeah, there was that. Happens every now and then. Recently it's been a little bit more frequent. Don't know why. Find higher quality relationships, says Dania. Yeah, exactly. I also talked to other YouTubers, and they are like, some of them that are a little bigger, they say like maybe like, what's that, $70, $80 per 1,000 views or so. So since my videos don't make thousands of views, usually it's like 1,000 maybe, or 2 or something. So that would put it in the like 100 to 170, 100 to 200 range or so. But I talked to somebody else who's in the same viewer range, more or less, and he said he doesn't move a finger below 1,000. If they really want that, like if they want me to make a video about them, or him in that case, then like 1,000 or minimum 750 is like the limit. Sorry, there was something on the lens. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Like I would love to do something with the sponsor sometime, just to have the experience, because I've never done this on this channel. But yeah, come on, guys, right? Not like for free. Then let me change topic again. So you can go in ask any question if you want to, anytime. So currently, I want to present two books. One I'm reading is Making Sense of Japanese. You can't see this any clear, but you can read it still. Which is about what the textbooks don't tell you. Japanese, like explaining the difference between wa and ga. And it's kind of helpful, I think. Maybe I knew some of that already, but still. And then another book I ordered but haven't started yet is this one. Hirohito, so Showa Tenno, and The Making of Modern Japan. It's rather thick compared to the other one. And I read, what did I read on? I forgot. I think some kind of, where somebody tried to overthrow the emperor just before the capitulation in Second World War or something, and then I came on that somehow. Yeah, and then let's see if that's interesting or not. But winner of the National Book Critics Circle Award and of the Pulitzer Prize, so maybe it's not bad. All right, that's for books. I don't know how long this will take me and if I ever finish, but maybe, and maybe, who knows, we can have an interesting video based on this. You still buy physical books? Yeah, obviously. Maybe that's an in Japan thing. I have a Kindle. Probably it still has battery lasting for 5 months or so, but I never use it for some reason. This is, yeah, I don't know. And I bought the Kindle for learning Japanese, actually. Started reading Harry Potter in Japanese, and then for some reason I didn't continue. No. Today, again, no snacks because I'm still dieting. So no snacks at night or so, just water. But to spice it up, you see that? There's a lemon inside. So, wow. What an invention, lemons. Is there a hidden letter in Hiragana? A hidden letter? For example? What do you... maybe I don't understand. Daniel says he has a Kindle Paperwhite. I like the e-paper or real paper over light screens. Yeah, I also have a Paperwhite, not like tablet thing. Eminox is also Puritan, only read physical books. Yeah, I also like to write into books and so on, so that makes it easier. Chichanga, tempura versus tendon. Should it not be tendon? Ah, I see. Yeah, then so the N is pronounced closer to an M before P, before Po. I think for the with the Maru and not with the Dakten. But I don't quote me on that. So probably it's better to look that up. Lemon water, so crazy, right? If I put sugar into this, maybe I can sell it. Are you going to rename some of your older videos along lines suggested by Veritasium? I renamed about 50% of them already. But it didn't change anything. Like, I renamed essentially the ones that don't get views right now. And it didn't change anything, which again makes sense, right? Because they don't get views, so they are not shown to anybody. Yeah. And I'm thinking, like, should I really... The videos, you know, that already bring views, would it change it for the better or not? Maybe, who knows, but... probably I need to... Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, you want to know how tempura on rice don is tendon, not tendon. MNPBFP, okay, I don't understand. Chimichanga says makes sense, okay. Hey Pascal, good evening. How many do we have? 658. What are some examples of name changes you made? Oh, I don't know. I don't remember. Let me bring up. Let me quickly open my video list because yeah, as I said, I don't remember. Oops. It's YouTube is suggesting me my live stream. Excellent. Great work. For example, I changed the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 video 7 to 7 videos ago with Japanese winter stuff. From Japan in winter or something like that to Japan's awe-inspiring mountain shrine, totally covered in snow. Like that was the best I could come. This one was extremely hard for me to name properly the video. And it was, yeah, and essentially I didn't find a good name. And now I found another name that's not good, I feel. These are the same. And then I had something like exploring the Japanese countryside or so. And now I changed it to finding Japan's hidden mountain shrine. It's kind of borderline correct, but it's in a mountain, it's a shrine, hidden, I don't know, but yeah. It's also, I made like a not too big effort because I didn't change the thumbnails or anything. Yeah. And so on. I have a video learning Japanese with MIA, but since this has been renamed to Refold, I also renamed that to learning Japanese with Refold, braces MIA. And I had one like Shinjuku, green side of Shinjuku. Who looks for that, right? Which I changed now to Shinjuku secret spots. And so on. But certainly, yeah. Also not perfectly sure what the next video's title will be and so on, but yeah. All right, let me see. It's really spelled like tempura, not pronounced, but pronounces as NSM in front of MNBP. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's the hiragana is the same, but it's. I mean, it's not. It's not. Can't. Yeah, it's the hiragana is the same. This guy went to a temple in Japan. You would not believe what happened next. Yeah, I went. I I climbed a mountain in Japan, and this is what happened. Or this happened next, and then an arrow also on the on on the thumbnail and something like pixelated and like this face, and then everybody clicks. I'm using a tablet, so my typing is somehow worse than usual. And hello, good evening from different games. Welcome. No worries, Tanya. And yeah, I mean, if you have seen this Veritasium video, so that's a rather popular science-based YouTube channel, which was about clickbait and how this kind of works. And he also came to the conclusion that actually making clickbait also helps him make it more descriptive. So the title becomes more understandable for a wider audience. So it should not be totally like off. All right. Musashi94 is here. He's totally excited about the next videos following because of your last one, which was really awesome. But of course, the previous two. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, and so currently we are following up on Patreon. We have 2 of the full interviews there already. Next one will come in day after tomorrow or so. Maybe. And then after that we have 2 more. The one after the next was my most favorite. He's the guy that's also in the thumbnail, Imai-san, from Matsuya Sabo. He's great. He's a fantastic talker. Fantastic, really. And yeah, probably he was the one. So even with what I took on that day, probably I could make a whole 20-minute video just on him. Like all this, like how this came, and then also like I asked him. Maybe you've seen behind him there was a shakuhachi, a Japanese bamboo flute, like this long. And then he said, I asked him if he can play that, and he said no. This was given to him by the guy who renovated the house. And actually, all the stuff you see here in the house, like everything that's there, was given to him by the customers. So because they think, oh, that fits there, and he has this connection with them. And then he said that actually this store, his store, was made not by him, but by everybody, by the customers. So it's like everybody's store, and so on. So he's a great talker. It's really going to be. I hope the people that see it will be really interested and enjoy. I climbed a mountain in Japan. I was not ready for what I saw. Yeah. Okay, something in this direction, probably. Okay, Pascal says, very nice room you are in. The lights are really cool. Schöne Lichter hast du. Thank you, Pascal. Danke. Yeah, last year at some point. So usually, I used to do videos in my room a lot. I don't anymore, but then I would sit right over there, and this wall here would be my background. So last year at some point I designed it on paper and so on, and this light here and this there and and this made this picture, printed this picture and so on. And yeah, now I only use this angle actually, where you see all the stuff that should not be in the visible, like this light thing, which it spills a lot of light, so I put like aluminum foil on it to prevent that, and all of these sweet, perfect video making techniques. You will only hear about the secret spot in this video. Yeah, the one secret spot nobody else has ever told you about in Japan. Local authorities hate this secret vacation spot. Would you click that? I mean, would you click that though? Or, because I would see it's like I would think that people who search something or find this kind of video would be people that look for like secret spots in Japan, right? Okay, anyway, I digress maybe. Do you also have a tatami room in your house? So the other room, this one, we have tatami where we sleep on, but it's not real tatami. It's like from Rakuten, that's like Amazon in Japan. And that looks like Japani, like not Japani tatami, but it's thinner. And inside is not the rice straw thing, but it's like gum or something. So it's and then the other room we have like judo mats, which in Germany at least we call tatami. 6 for me, just for me, my private dojo. So I got 4 for my birthday this year, and then I said, okay, it's great, fantastic present, but 2 more. We need 2 more. And no, we bought another 2. It's super expensive. These things cost like $200 a piece or more, 250 or something. Yeah, but I enjoyed a lot. This week, like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I trained like 1.5 hours in the evening each. It's great. But to answer your question, we don't have a proper tatami room. So this house itself doesn't have it. We brought our own. Hi Tami says, clickbaits can be such a mess. Yeah, exactly. It needs to be like, it needs to be like reasonable clickbait, that something that actually makes you be interested in, makes you understand that you're actually interested in what the video offers. I think that's what it is. And also, we have a lot of long titles right now in this chat, like you won't believe this, or 10 things, and for number 5 is the greatest. You won't believe number 5 or something like that. But I think it also needs to fit, like YouTube has like two lines, right? And then it gets like the ellipse size, like 10, point. So needs to be like compact, representative, and informative. I gave this to my wife. You won't believe how grateful she was. She said thanks, but hints at edgy stuff. Yeah, or how much she enjoyed it, or something like that. How do you find Japanese media versus Western media's use in clickbait headlines? Oh, Japanese medias. I don't know, actually. What I have seen recently is like, who was that? I don't know. Some YouTube channel comparison was an English and a Japanese one. And what the thumbnails look like. English, super clean. Essentially, one point of focus in Japanese is like text and colors and and this and that and all that. So I can comment on that, but like media, I don't know. Because also the media I read is not super clickbaity, I think. In Western and Japanese, I don't know. Abu Mayang says you have an extremely clean setup. Really? Maybe just because you don't see everything. Wait. Can you see? No, you don't see more, but at least you see, like, here's the fan. This one here, and gets too much. Here the books. And this one's also not super pretty if it's not this one here. And so on and stuff. Like headphones, and there's, for some reason, there's my passport. And 2 phones, a knife, another lens, battery, all that stuff. Also here, 3 tripods on the table. So here's one, and two others are in use, and so on. So I like this angle. This is the clean angle. That's what you see. If we are talking about headlines, you could just make a video with the title "Meet My Wife." But then the video would be completely unrelated. I made a live stream with the title "Meet My Wife." It was okay, I think, from the people that came. And it was like, my wife was here, but sitting over there, like outside of this. And she didn't really want to join. He just read a comic over there and commented once or something. Some people had questions to her, like, what's annoying about me? And they're like, too much. Liked it one stream, exactly. Satan Stan remembers. What's love? No, she was not knitting that night because it's too loud. would be like while I'm talking. It's like, oh no, that's not professional enough. We don't do that. Today, by the way, it was so annoyingly hot again. So still too hot today. But tomorrow we have, so today was 33 degrees here and terrible. But tomorrow we go on a mountain again and it's only 30 degrees. So probably on the mountain will be like 26, 25. Looking forward to that. It will be great. And speaking again of the next video, I'm also looking forward to that. I really hope I do it justice. And something I'm trying to improve now this time is the beginning. Because in the beginning of the last video, the first drafts were terrible. I was totally not satisfied. The final one that you have seen was kind of okay, but also the retention rate, so that's like how many % of the people watched it, was down. So I want to work on that to make it like get more to the point faster and keep you like interested to even watch the beginning. Yeah. What are you going to do on the mountain tomorrow? So first of all, by going on the mountain, I mean, of course, by car. And we meet some other friends, and maybe, so there's a lake, and kids play there, and there's like something they call super slide. So you go up and then you have like a little car thing and then you go drive down. So that's going to be interesting. What's that? And yeah, play with the kids essentially. Picnic, stuff like that. Slackline maybe, there's some slacklines there. That's the one I have been to last week already, where you saw it in the thumbnail, the Tengu. If you have seen that, that's the same place. My wife went there when she was a kid, and now she came back and was like, is this the same Tengu? Because I remembered it was much bigger. So Tengu, like Tengu is like a mountain, what's that? Not really god or so, but and also not really demon, but in that direction with the long nose. And there's like a couple of them around there, statues. And yeah, for context, you already have a black belt in clickbait. Remember leaving Japan and the final video. Leaving Japan, question mark. And not just question mark. And the final video. I mean, this was the final video in Yokohama. And I was talking about leaving Japan, so come on, guys. These two indeed had high click-through rates, I think. Mountain Ninja. I became a ninja in Japan's mountains for a day. Maybe I leave out for a day. Yasas, hi. Good evening or good day. Just waiting to start my work shift. So I thought to join. Okay. When does it start? In 20 minutes maybe? Oh, by the way, we're getting closer and closer here. So very soon we can purchase the drone. Synaptech Studios asks for my favorite food, Japanese food or dish. 9:30 a.m. Okay, I don't know where you are, so I don't know if that's like in 50 minutes or in 1 hour 50 minutes or something. But it sounds at least like there's still time left, some time left. So favorite Japanese food or dish. So I said before Wagyu, I like a lot, but recently I ate. So my mother-in-law gave us like 2 big Kobe steaks, and the second one I had to eat myself, and it was too much because you know it has a lot of fat. So now I'm a little bit of okay, let's take it easy there. What do I actually eat the most? Probably something like hamburger. Maybe it doesn't count. Maybe it doesn't count. So patty from the burger, essentially. What do I eat the most? Otherwise, I guess sushi. Like conveyor belt sushi is what I eat the most, like in a store, actually. But favorite, really favorite? Could be sushi. It depends. It really depends. So I wouldn't say I have like one particular kind of food. It all depends on who's making it, how well it's made, and so on. Yeah. Yes, this is in Canada. Okay. Synaptic Studios, UK. All right. Okay. Japanese Wagyu beef from Japan. Yes. Yes. I mean, yes. I mean, Wagyu says it means Japanese beef, right? So we have Japanese beef. So we should add from Japan and the cow or something. Okay, Yazas wants to know. I want to say saying I work at a Japanese store, Miniso, at a mall. It's my second week, so I'm still very new and learning. Oh, I see. Nice. I imagine if you work there, then you maybe get discount. That's perfect. Where I'm from in Munich, there's one store where, or couple, but like there's the one store which has Japanese goods, and of course it's very pricey compared to here because they have to import all the stuff. So I would have enjoyed like getting a discount or something. Japanese Wagyu beef means Japanese beef. Yes. Have you ever had whale bacon? No, I didn't have that. I thought bacon only means pork. But I haven't. At least not consciously. If I had it, I wasn't aware of it. By the way, I saw this video from Veritasium and it showed how effective clickbait is. It's annoying but effective. You have great content, so add a little more spice, I think, on the title. Yeah, I'm trying, but I'm failing. I also saw the video. I think probably every YouTuber, almost, at least every Western YouTuber saw it. Have you ever visited Hokkaido? No, I haven't. However, Aminox here is living in Hokkaido. I would like to go though. I would like to go. The Japanese food I eat the most is miso soup and rice. Every morning meal contains these. Yeah, miso soup, not so much recently. Probably in winter I will eat it like every day or so, or drink it. And rice, yeah, quite frequently, that's true. I don't know if you know Miniso store. Have you searched it up before or saw it once? No, I don't know it. Let me quickly search. Miniso store. Oh, there's even one in Tokyo. Meso. It's like, looks like Daiso. Maybe. No, I'll read up on it later. Hokkaido represent. Yeah. By the way, will you really be moving to Germany? Maybe. Maybe one day. I don't know. So probably not for the foreseeable future. But who knows? Crazy Boys back to the channel. Hey. Hello. Sorry, Crazy Boys back to the channel. Yeah. So last week I mentioned it, Abu Meneng. So just, yeah, a week ago I applied for permanent residency. So even if I would go back to Germany, as long as I would keep having a re-entry permit, I could at least come back here anytime. without having to do this visa stuff again. They have Adventure Time, We Bear Bears, and Marvel-themed products. Oh, I see. Yeah, I thought when you said Japanese store, I thought like Japan-focused products, but this seems more like, yeah, like in the direction of a 100 yen store or something, from the looks of it. But I'm not sure if I mean, it looks like a little bit, the logo looks like a combination of Uniqlo and Daiso. But I think I've never seen it. You're back to Germany? No. No, at least not now. When you get PR, does it last without expiring? Yeah, but if you go out and then you don't have a, so there's a special re-entry permit which you can get at the airport, which lasts for up to 1 year, and if you want more, then you have to apply for that. But you get the decision on the same day, so it's kind of fast compared to any other visa. But essentially, yeah. Let's say I would leave, come back within a year, then I would go back to Germany and get another re-entry permit and so on. I could do that, or just have like a normal thing. And then after every 7 years, you also need to get a new residence card. Still, so it's not, but it doesn't. So you could keep the visa somehow, apparently. Are you still covered by German retirement savings system, or did you separate from these when moving to Japan? Yeah, no, I was never covered by that, but so I pay in Japan here. I think if you leave the country, you can get up to 5 years back or so of what you paid, and then decide like, do you want to have some small payment from Japan when you retire, or do you want to have cash and then do it yourself, like invest or whatever? And I'm not covered by the German retirement system because I never paid anything because I was self-employed. So then you can essentially not do that. You don't have to. I think I heard in another video that you wanted to go to Germany. Oh, that's a relief, and that is great news. You getting your permanent residency. Yeah, so I think last week or sometime we talked about that. But also I had like one video where I was considering, like the one mentioned before by Aminox called "Leaving Japan?" ? And I mean, permanent residency, we just applied for that, my wife and I, but it's not decided, so not yet. Uniqlo and Miniso are partners. I see. You moved partial black screen next to you. Camera moved? Oh, really? It is? Like something is totally wrong. Why is it wrong? Wait a second. That's wrong. Why is it like that? Wait a second. I'll be off. I will be invisible quickly. That's not correct. Oh, it should be like this. That should look better. I don't know what had happened, but thank you for letting me know. What in the world happened to the video? The image moved halfway out of the screen area. Oh, it's also moved a little bit up, is it? Is it? Whoa, no. Should be okay now, hopefully. Johannes is broken. 10 watching, I see 11. Fix the video. Yes, everybody come back. Yeah, so far, I think the highest number we ever had on the live stream was like 30 or so. And I enjoyed it because that's like when we had so many messages here that people start to talk to each other more and help each other out. So I enjoyed that a lot. But since then it has dropped, as you can see, to like 10-ish or so. Last week, well, even less, because I didn't announce the live stream in advance. It's totally fine now. Oh, good. Excellent. I hope you will get your PR. I got mine this year. 4 months. Okay. 4 months. It took 4 months. So I think you will get used to it as well. Yeah, I also think there's nothing that speaks against it. Like, I pay tax and I'm married, so I have kids, so come on. I bet when you wake up in the morning, you have a nice view when you look out of the window. Nah, I mean, I see my neighbor's house, and then in the distance, I see mountains. And on the other side, same. It's actually the same anywhere. But if I fly the drone straight up here, and then looks great. So if we had like a balcony on the roof, that would be amazing. Because all the houses are only 2 stories here. And then there are like mountains, 360 degrees mountains. How does retirement work? Do employers match? You can change your contribution amount? That's like, depends on your pay, I think. And it's just like taken out of your pay. How are you? Good. Quite good. Actually. Little tired today. Probably because of the heat, I think. Nothing besides your drug use and criminal tendencies. Yeah. And like, you know, reckless driving and all that stuff. Is Japan the best place to live? That's a tough question. I mean, depends on the person, of course. For some it may be. For some it may be not. What I read recently is the people that actually enjoy and in Japan and stay forever are not the ones that are like, Japan is the best and so on, and come here and then are totally disillusioned and start hating the country or so. But the ones that come here with like just for a year or something, without big expectations, and then actually happen to like it. I say it is one of the things on my bucket list, waking up in the morning in Japan. Is it hot in the morning for you? No, thankfully. So this area, at night, it still gets cool. So it's really like, essentially, it's your, what do you know? Essentially, you know, you made it through the hot day, and then you get the cool night. And usually, if there was no corona, then there would be maybe some festivals or so also in summer, and that's great. Then if they're still going on at night, and then you maybe have a drink with some friends outside or so, that's really nice. And then in the morning, of course, depending on when you get up, like if you get up at 10, then it's probably already hot. But if you get up at 7 or 8, then it's still okay here. He lives in Seattle, don't believe him. Yeah, I mean, anybody could put this picture up, right? Your deadpan joke face is amazing. Teach me, please. What? Wait a second. I don't know what you're talking about. What joke face are you talking about? Joke, what's that? Yes, Seattle. How's the weather there now? Today I did check the weather in Germany. Where I live is like between 11 and 14 or something. It's like Celsius. It's like less than half from here. Well, how's it now? I mean, now we have 24 degrees here, and where I live, we have 13. That being said, there it's now 3 in the afternoon, not 10 at night. And rain, of course. But I mean, it's it's August, so that's fine, I guess. Yes, I said, I can't complain about the heat, because soon in Canada it's going to be winter and cold. Yeah. Here it's like people already start saying. So in Japan you do fireworks in summer. So I did fireworks outside today in the evening, and we talked to the neighbor, and she said, yeah, like summer is coming to an end, and like already. Oh no, already no. But autumn is also pretty nice here, of course, because you have like, you know, the mountains, and on the mountains there are trees and the foliage and stuff, you know. It is still over 30 degrees Celsius here. Nagano City must be at higher elevation. Yeah, I think, I don't know what elevation it is actually. It's not super high. It's higher, but not super high. Wait a second. Oops, it's the wrong one. Doesn't say, right? Okay, it is the highest prefectural capital in Japan with an altitude of 371 meters. So it's not super high. It's not like it's on a mountain or something. Have you ever wondered what is so special about Japanese apartments? There are millions of apartment tour videos on YouTube and they are guaranteed to get views, but never a German home tour video. I don't know. I must say though, as a proof, essentially, I never Google for German home tour video, but Japanese, yeah. I mean, maybe I also don't search for that, but if I look at mine and then I see that and I kind of, I don't know why I want to click that. And especially, I mean, depends on the generation, but usually like the apartments built in the last 10 years all look the same. Maybe what's interesting is like you have the tech you have or something, like the bathtub with the panel where you control the heat and set a timer and stuff, and the toilets, and maybe kitchens without a real oven or something, like just a small fish oven or something, things like that maybe. I'm not really sure. And then you have like, you essentially you think like, yeah, Japan is super high tech, and after that is, yes, they are. Of course they are. I thought so. I was right. I hear there are all 4 seasons in Japan. In the UK, we only have spring and winter. And and in both of those, it rains. I also hear there are 4 seasons in Japan, but it gets from too fucking cold to fucking hot pretty quickly. Let me ask if I remember, you are a software and developer or something like that. So how is work? Yeah, that's correct. Good. So I don't program anymore. I manage people. But yeah, especially now, recently, I like it actually. Have you gotten heat waves this month or this summer? No, not really. I think here it's just consistently too hot and too humid, especially. I mean, too hot. It's like probably in summer like 33 to 35 or so, and humidity is like 90% plus. So it's terrible. But I think, no, here it's not as terrible as in Tokyo. Or is it? At least it's not as long. The humidity doesn't last as long, I think. It starts a little later. Crazy Boy says, I am right. Good. I hear the UK lost 2 seasons after Brexit. Yeza says, I was just wondering, is it true that people in Japan prefer hot water over cold water to drink? I don't think so, because usually you get everything like cold. When you get to a restaurant, you always have ice in your stuff, which I really don't like. As you can see here, just lemon, no ice. So I don't think that's true. What I do think is they don't like soda as much, because there's a lot of non-carbonated, do you say that? Drinks here. I bet the 2 most requested things for you to show is home and wife. Not actually, no. I mean, I got some cool requests. I have one house tour video, maybe you've seen that, which I made like 4.5 years ago. And there I get requests every now and then, do another one or so. And we will have another one. Not this house, but some house. Somebody's house. In like a month maybe. And wife? No, not really. I mean, she featured in one of my earlier videos with her voice. And it's called English, Japan's Funny English or something like that. Have you seen the Nakagin building or walked past it a few years ago? I walked past it a few years ago. Yeah, no, I haven't. I mean, I know about it, but I have never, because I'm not a lot in this, especially like Ginza, Nakameguro Ginza, right? Nakameguro I used to change, but that's all. Trains. Jasiwada says, I'm late. I had to bring a DHL parcel to the pickup shop. Hey, so I read your message. Thank you for reminding me. And I totally did not ask at work yet. So please ask me again next week. Sorry. 5 seasons in Japan. Winter, spring, summer, fall, and rain. Yes, right. But I must say, rainy season, I feel is not so bad because it's not like it's raining, like pouring down for a month straight. It's like it's raining a little bit in the morning, or it's consistently raining a little bit, but it's not like wow. I feel. How is the vaccinations program doing now there? Not bad, I think. I think it's still booked out like a month in advance or something like that. So it's moving, but I don't know actually how the numbers are. But what I saw when I last checked earlier this week or so, it was like relatively consistent pace, so should be okay. Wait a second. Yeah, looks still like that. And we have 43.8% vaccinated and 54.9% with one shot or more. So better than the global average. However, Corona is like terrible here. Right now, it's like each day is another all-time high or so. We are at like almost 25,000 cases a day now. Where was I? I don't really like soda. I would take green tea. Yeah, that's like every vending machine in Japan, and there are millions, have green tea. At least one kind of green tea. Japan is sometimes too hot. I was shocked how big the spiders here are in Japan. Even in Tokyo, in a normal park, you have to take care to not end as cotton candy. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I used to run in Yokohama. There was a river. I used to run it, and when I was too late at night, then I run in the one direction, and when I came back, then the spiders already had like set up stuff, and like also like not like small or like you don't want to have this on you, essentially size. Oh, nice, crazy boy going to karate. But I like this video. Okay, yeah, thank you, and enjoy your lesson. Give your best, make a plan, and execute. And speaking of it, if you like the video, if you like this conversation, then please remember to give it a like. It's appreciated. Okay, no worries from Jasivadas. All right, yes, I say I don't drink soda or coffee, just tea and non-fizzy drinks. I like fizzy sometimes, or at least in Germany I liked it. Here, not so much maybe anymore. And also don't drink coffee. Sometimes tea. It actually rains more days per year in Chicago than it does in London, apparently. Interesting. Oh well. How is it with Seattle? I think that's also a lot of rain. Hi, Tani says, having ocha on the top of almost every menu in the restaurants is something I would like to see in other places as well. Yeah. Or at least, I think they have it in the US, but not in Germany and so on. Like when you order something, then you get something to drink for free, like water or tea, as you mentioned. But in Germany, like you want to drink something, that's where they actually make their money. It's the biggest margin, like you pay like €4 or something for half a liter of a soft drink. Yeah, that's that. But here you can really like go somewhere, have lunch for 600 yen or so, pay for the food, get the free drink. You don't have to tip. So you can really say, okay, 600 yen, that's what I have, or up to 1,000 yen I want to spend or so, and that's what it costs, and that's what I pay, and it's fine. It's enough. It's not outstanding and like fancy. Like I don't get a glass of wine to that, but you know, you get something to eat and to drink. I also like that a lot. And especially like tipping. Like especially now, of course, when I go back to Germany and then they expect that or so. Ugh, terrible. Or like you go to a bathroom somewhere and then there's a person sitting in front of it with a plate with coins expecting you to throw something in when you leave. I don't like that. The government decided to spend $30 billion from reserves to combat corona and are expanding state of emergency. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even keep track anymore how long it is extended now. I think Nagano is still not included. But first it was until the 22nd of August, then it's like December, and now it's like 12th of December, something longer. September, sorry, that was a little bit too long. Yeah. Yeah, 12th of September. It broke the video again. Really? Oh, this time it went down. Oh, interesting. Maybe, does this do something? I don't know. Okay, I should stop that now. Maybe that's better. Thank you. Probably when I open Chrome or so, and I do like something too fast, then it moves. Like before Chrome is focused. All right. Thank you for letting me know. I always thought spiders in Australia were worse because they appear in the bathroom. Also snakes in Australia. And John, who is from Australia, says lots of spiders everywhere here in Australia. Yeah, I would be afraid to go outside in bare feet or so. Probably. I don't know, afraid, but I wouldn't do it. Maybe not comfortable. What is the most famous food in Germany? Maybe schnitzel? Or like braten, sausages, stuff like that, I guess. Something meaty. Meat. Yeah, or like a duck, maybe. But I mean, Germans like most famous, I don't know, most popular. Maybe that would be pizza or something, like not German food, pasta. That I don't know though. Aminok says in England, rain is a constant drizzle, whereas Chicago gets days with proper downpour. He thinks. Broke video. Yeah. Accident mouse track, maybe, yeah. Pommes currywurst, maybe that's, I don't know. I mean, but that depends. For example, in the south, we don't have that a lot, so I'm not sure. But of course, we have other stuff like this heavy, like Bavaria, we have like really heavy meat stuff and dumplings, Knödel, and so on. Does Döner count? Oh yeah, Döner kebab, probably. That would count. Maybe that would be one. At least when you see how many stores offer only that, essentially, as the essence of the menu, then that may be one. I don't know, Hamburger. Schnitzel mit Kartoffeln und Rotkohl. What's Rotkohl in English? Red beet, maybe? I don't know. So Schnitzel and potatoes and red beet. Yeah, Leberkäse, I don't know. Again, at least my perception is that this one is more famous in the south of Germany. Everything in Australia is designed to kill you. That is why Australians are always the coolest and most chill people at a party. Yeah, the snakes, the spiders, the heat, the fire. Do you know any Japanese vegans? questions from his brother. I know somebody whose wife is vegan, and she's Japanese, but I have never met her. That's all. Germany likes their bread. I think so. And even if they don't, once they come here, they do. They miss it. Because here, red cabbage is Rotkohl apparently, okay. So bread here is essentially, it's not, it's hardly acceptable as bread for me, for Germans. Generally for Germans, I think we can say that, except for some that are a little bit out of the normal. Like a friend of mine. Australia, I would go because I like to meet the people and learn their accent. Yeah, also I wouldn't mind going there. My sister actually worked in Australia for a year. Worked and traveled. Jasiwada said, I already bookmarked German bakeries in Tokyo that streamers visited. Ha, yeah. Yeah, I was there. Essentially, a couple, I think the best one is Shomaka, and without a question. So I've been to a couple, and they're kind of, I mean, you can say they're on the level what you get with what you get in Germany, but that's like on like Müller or something level, like kind of lower average to low. But this Shomaka is essentially organic and tastes like that. So if you like that, then you would go there. They also deliver. So sometimes I get like 10 breads from Tokyo sent here for like $80 or something. And then Australian accent is too hard to learn properly. People who try sound strange to us. Well, I mean, in my case, probably I had nothing to lose because I sound strange anyway. Hey, ACN Network. Good evening. Good afternoon for you. I know a few slangs in Australian, says Yesus. Nice. Got any new videos planned? Of course I do. So next one, I don't know, it depends how much time. I think I could edit it in like 2 days. But when will I have 2 days? That's the whole thing. So it's always like, essentially if I go to Tokyo, then after that I have a little bit of time because my family goes somewhere else. And I may have to go to Tokyo next month, but probably not because of the state of emergency situation. Like essentially I can say, sorry, it's not recommended, I don't go. And then I would have time, but yeah, certainly planned, and hopefully there will be good progress soon. But no release date fix at the moment. Mutti's Kuchen and Super Lecker are two good ones. They also learned in Germany for a few years. Oh, I didn't know these two. My favorite bakery at Sapporo station is closing because of Corona. Oh, that's sad. Here's one at Nagano station, which is kind of okay. I mean, it's still very Japanese, but they have like baguette, which is kind of okay. Not like the super soft one, but actually like kind of, baguette. And they have a bread called German, which is like a little bit of Ray. That's it. Yaza says they just shorten the words, like definitely is def and McDonald's is Macca's. Just like in Japan. Oh my god, it's like it's like made to be. It's a perfect fit. Jasivadas, lebst du auch in Japan? Pascal is asking if Jasiwada is also living in Japan. Afternoon is Avo. Aminok says, if I had a channel, I would love to do a series about traditional Japanese sports. Traditional Japanese sports. Why don't you do that then? Make a channel and then you can do that. Do you mean like, what are traditional? I mean, obviously Budo comes to mind. Or Bujitsu and so on, Koryu. But sports? Other than sumo, which also is a Budo. But sports, what's there? I don't know. I would be interested, certainly. In Canada, our famous thing to say is just eh. Yeah, in some areas of Germany, we also eh or meh. Okay, Jasiwada is not yet in Japan. Or has only been here for vacation and October is probably not going to work. So next year. Yes, I think so. I mean, our friend Ninja Monkey, who sometimes is in the chat, and he and I will at some point do even a live stream together. He gives update videos, and today he promised a lot. So his video will be out at 1 a.m. for me. Soon, 3 hours. And yeah, that's where I get my news from. They make some words longer. AC/DC became Esa, Disa, Dasa, Ekade. In Japanese media, Americans are often bad guys or just arrogant and annoying. Is that the same for American characters in German media? I think we don't have any usually, because there is no American, I don't know, this kind of American stereotype maybe exists, but we have a lot of TV shows that are from America are shown in Germany, in German TV. So that's essentially the representation we get. Like, I don't know what that is. Hawaii 5.0 or so, if that still exists. Yeah. But I don't think so. I mean, obviously, like, the last president did not do the best job of being, or generally, he was not very positively received in Germany, I would say. And since he has a lot of support, of course, there's like, okay, it's like half in America, maybe. But generally, like in TV shows and so on, I don't think, usually there is no American there, so that's that. Okay, skip some AC/DC stuff. My friend had been practicing Aussie slang and was using it on me, so okay, yes, that's pronounced akadaka or ekedeke. Angela Merkel didn't like Trump. Can't think of why. Yeah, right. I also don't know. I think they should have clicked like immediately, because he's rather respectful to women and she's a woman, so. You're going to have to visit Australia to try out what you've learned. Yeah, exactly. If they're like Japan, then they will tell you that you're great. I actually did like an intro on a video just after Trump won the election. About that, like Trump, okay. And in Germany and so on, there were a lot of news saying like, okay, this kind of star, he says, okay, if Trump wins, then I'll leave the country, that's for sure, and so on. So I said, okay, Trump won, so now a lot of people want to leave the country for Japan, of course. So it would be good if you knew what the cost of living is here. So many, and it was my most, it still is my least liked video ever. And so many people that like, I didn't come here for politics, like that's the nicer ones, and then of course I like the not so nice ones, and yeah, whatever. That happened. So I mean, I understand you don't come there for talking about politics or so. Also, some people, they like really positive comments on some videos, watched a couple, and then they found this one and like, don't like you. All right. Only because my friend and I watched this Netflix show called Carmen Sandiego, and there's a guy in the show that is from Australia. Oh, I know. I will just greet "Good day, mate." That was totally off. I can't do that. I won't start now. Yeah, I like that. I still giggle remembering Merkel reacting to Bush giving her unwanted shoulder massage. I haven't seen that one. I have seen, do you remember Berlusconi in Italy? Somebody touching his like because he was bald back then. That was before he got hair transplant. I think you are clearly on the right side, Johannes. Okay. But at least not this time here. Like the video didn't move again. That's what I want to say. Yeah, okay, so after this I still have to do some preparations for tomorrow. Guess what I'm gonna do? Hint. In the last 10 minutes we kind of cut on the topic. Kind of talked about it. The word you're looking for is hairpiece or toupee. No. He didn't wear anything. Just like bald. And he was like patting him on the bald head. And he was totally amused by that. Okay, guys, Pascal is out. Good night, gute Nacht. Thank you. Have a nice day. Guten Abend, Nachmittag. Synaptech Studios says, what will you do with your drone? Fly it. Every day, every time. Yeah, so since I'm focusing now on central Japan and lots of like areas where there's mountains and fields and this and that, you know, things that are nice to look at, not only from ground level. I want to show that, essentially give another angle to my videos. So for example, I want to climb on a mountain here. There's an abandoned zoo there. Find the zoo. Hopefully it will be like worth shooting. And then of course it would be also great to like walk through there, maybe some ruins or something, and have it from the air. But also the rest, like the mountain itself and all that. Yeah. Benny Hill style. I don't know Benny Hill, but probably yes. So I will, after this, I will bake bread. That's what I'm gonna do. Because of course, like a solid picnic needs some nice homemade bread. Yes. And I haven't done this in a couple of months, I think. I used to do it every weekend, essentially bake for 1 week and then freeze it, like bake it to some extent and freeze it. And then in the morning, put it in there like 10-15 minutes and have nice, fresh bread. Yeah. Your board is looking more populated. Good to see. Board? What board? Can't wait to see your drone views once you get one. Yeah, I mean, I actually have a drone, which a viewer sent me kindly, lent me. So I will use his for now. It's an older one from 2018. It doesn't have so much reach because it uses Wi-Fi. And but still, of course, way better than none. So I'm really grateful for that. And the next video then, even though if this goal has not been reached by then, we will have something from the air. The next video I will go to shoot, not the next that will be published. The whiteboard used to track progress on videos. Ah, this one. Yeah. Actually, it's totally not accurate. But yeah, it's like essentially I wrote this down for the video and I still put the post-its there and update them every now and then. But yeah, like this one here, this one here is done already. That was Night Eye video. And these two, yeah, they're there. That's correct. More or less. Yeah. By the way, do you like so in the last 2 videos I had interviews with people, right? So the last one very heavily featured. And the previous one also we talked, like I ran into this guy on essentially when walking through the rice fields who played his flute and talked with him a bit. And at least for this, the guy with the flute, the retention rate was very stable, so people seem to like that. But I would like to hear if you like that. because the next video will also have an interview, maybe 1 minute or so. And currently it's very close to the beginning, like 1 minute in, we already start the interview. So I would like to hear opinions if you like seeing that. So this will essentially be about this person's place, and so it has good context, and hopefully gives some background on why I like the place and her and so on. But still, 80-90% of the video will be about the place and me, because I will present it and be in front of the camera. And currently, I mentioned it last week, the title I'm thinking of is, let me read this, where do I have it? The place that made me fall in love with Japan. You need a red line, maybe, through the interviews. Oh yeah, red line. They must help you to tell your story. Last was a bit too scattered, says it. Yeah, I mean, this one will just be one interview, so it will be very, I think, focused, because it is about essentially we talk about the place and I present the place. That's the point of the video. That's the point of the interview. So I think with that one, it works well. That being said, also with the previous one, so the one before the last video, it was also kind of, I just walked into the guy and he talked about himself and his life in the area, and which kind of fit, of course, because I was in the area and that's what I was showing. But people seem to like it and seem to fit the overall thing. Okay, and if I can manage this, Aminox would like more interviews. I see. Yeah, one of them was really hard to translate. Even I asked my wife, what is he saying? And she's like, no idea, can't understand. Because he was mumbling a bit. Aminox probably knows whom I'm talking about. But still, of course, very grateful for them to allow us in and give us the time and so on. And they're like, all of them are more or less like professional. They are at least used to talking to media. And you see that like already when you put the mics on, oh yeah, I should put it through here, right? And so on. And also some said, yeah, next week then the TV will come and all of that. Okay, Yezas has to go. Okay, now it's 9:30 in Canada. Yeah, hope to have you next time. Have a nice day. Okay, yeah, we're also here already 1.5 hours almost, so maybe let's give it another 5 minutes or so, and then I have to bake some bread. I usually carry a knife on me. Oh, thank you, Daniel. Dan is better than Steve. Thank you, thank you. I usually carry a knife on me, this one, when I make videos. But I think, oh, we have the animation. Do we? Or just the sound now? Where's the animation? That was disappointing. No, you just had the sound and nothing. So maybe I need to try another time next time. Johannes 5 minutes equals real world 30 minutes. That's what my wife says. How do you know that? Okay, so I carry this knife on me when I make videos, like this massive knife. Apparently that's not allowed in Japan. But so far I have not been controlled. But that animation is a pain. Yeah, it is. Terrible. But you know, it has like all the tools you need when you make video stuff. Screwdrivers, and it's small, doesn't get in the way. I had another one before. I had like, for my dad's 50th birthday, I gave him a knife. I sold him a knife because knife as presents bring a bad luck in Germany. So I sold him a knife for a cent. I gave him a cent, and then he gave it back for the knife. And I had the same one, and then I lost it last December when I made a video about Japanese tombs. That was disappointing. So this stream usually, almost as usual, Daniel and Aminox donated. So thanks again, as always. Appreciate it. In the 5 minutes, it always depends on, like, if we open a new topic now, and then of course I want to kind of wrap it up properly and not just like in the middle stop it. Yeah, or I just do nothing now for 3 minutes. That's also, I ignore all your messages and like, oh, nobody, I can't see anything. Or just talk about something like me not seeing any messages for 3 minutes and then. But we don't do that here. We don't do that here. So bring it up if you have anything. Tell us a joke in Japanese. I always try that. So Japanese lends itself to puns, I feel, because there's like a limited range of voices, of not, what do you say, not voices, of sounds. I'm a bit absent, having cleaning kitchen, and usually my wife doesn't not like them. They're like, she's like, the only one she likes is when she's like "jama da yo," so you're annoying, and I said "German dakara," because I'm German. Do you understand? No. that's with jokes, they're hard to translate, but yeah. Anyway. Another one I like is that, but that's like a 18 plus or so, which my Aikido teacher liked to make, like, not like, he made it like twice or so. It's like in the alphabet, right? You have, if you connect two I's, that becomes an H, and that's also why in the alphabet after the H is another I. Make sense? So it's like I. If you write I, that's also the how you can write person. So if you connect two persons, if two persons connect. So two persons, and if you connect them, they become an ecchi. They do, like, ecchi means intercourse, right? Ecchi, and that's why after, if two people connect, then after that it comes another person, so another I. That makes sense now? Of course, if you explain jokes, they're not funny at all, but now you know. All right, Daniel remembers that joke. Really? How? I think I never told it, right? Have I? First, thank you for the videos and have a good weekend. Thank you. All right, you too. Have a nice weekend. Soda no mo. You can make a German exit. Hit your hands flat on your thighs and go. So. Is that a German? Maybe. Maybe do that. I did tell you that joke. Which one? The one with the H? With the H? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Not impossible. Because like these are my go-to jokes that work. At least one of them. Sometimes. Okay, now it has been 6 minutes. So then, I would say we're almost on time, so that's it for tonight. Thank you for your time. Do you have anything else to say? No. So again, thank you, Daniel, and thank you, Aminox, for the donations. And thank everybody else for being here tonight. It was my pleasure. The next one will be again on Saturday. The one with your wife in German. Ah, I see. ちょっと待ってと two. ちょっと待ってと Okay, so yeah, see you again next weekend, 9 p.m. Japanese time, whenever that is in your time zone. I enjoyed tonight, and I hope you will also have enjoyed this. Aminox doesn't stop, so have a good night and enjoy Aminox. That Aminox's dad jokes. Just keep them coming. Thank you for watching.